going on, guys? Cubeologist here, and today we're going to be talking about the new MoYu TangLong. So this is kind of a first impressions video. It's not an unboxing because I've already unboxed it, obviously. Phil Yu from the Cubicle was nice enough to bring this to me at the Slow and Steady competition last weekend. If you guys want to see more on that, I'll have a video up, definitely. But he brought a few of these. It was from the first batch they got, and a few of the testers were there, so he just brought some of these, and I was lucky enough to get one. Now, as you can see, I've already put my shades that very few people like on there, and it's already got the premium logo. Even though this isn't really a premium cube, I set it up personally, but I used this cube already in the competition. And that was probably a bad idea because I got some pretty bad lockups and stuff like that, but anyway, I was just excited to use it. So let's get into how this cube performs. First off, corner cutting is ridiculous. You can see that reverse is line to line, pretty easy. It locks up when you go over line to line. But under line to line is pretty easy, and if you go over it just like that, it cuts the other way, which is pretty ridiculous. So you can see that 45 forward, it really takes no effort at all. You can even go a little bit over 45 like that, cuts with a little bit of force, but still nothing to worry about. And as far as feel goes, this puzzle feels and sounds a lot like the GANS 356. If you guys are familiar with the kind of springy feel that the GANS 356 has, it's kind of like that. Unfortunately, sometimes it has this clapping sound. I can't really explain it, but if you know what I'm talking about, it just sounds like it's kind of coming back together, but that's because it is so springy. And I kind of like that feel, but that's really where the similarities end. Just the springy feel and the noise that it makes. The speed is a lot different. This is a slower puzzle. Now, the way I did set it up was with weight 4 on the pieces, just on the tracks, but just a little bit, and I wiped a lot of it off, and it's performing really well. This is one of my favorite cubes right now. I don't think it's my main. I don't know yet. I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but it's pretty fantastic. We can take a look here at a corner and an edge. You can see that the corners kind of have the Ying design as well as the GANS design, where there are little lips on the corners, and this really helps with corner twists. It's actually really hard to twist a corner. I was showing somebody one of the OLLs I use, and I was trying to set it up by twisting a corner after the competition, and these made it really difficult. And the design on these edges is pretty interesting as well. You can see that it's actually hollow, and it's a pretty minimalistic design. There's not a bunch of wings or anything fancy. It's just a nice smooth edge with a track on both sides, torpedo there and a torpedo here, and that keeps it pretty stable. Now, I think that the fact that this is hollow and everything's pretty light and airy is what gives it that sound, that clapping sound, just like the 356, but that's not that big of a deal, even though it's not my favorite sound. And as far as size goes, you can see that it is basically the same size as the Oolong version 2, maybe a tiny bit smaller, but I think it's exactly the same size. So you don't have to worry about it being too small or too large for your hands. But I really like this puzzle. I don't think it's going to be my main. I don't really know yet. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I am going to be using this quite a lot for the next few days, maybe even a week before the review comes out. But I'm super happy with this, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up on what to expect. So definitely check this puzzle out. I think it's really fantastic, and I'm really excited to start using it. But I really appreciate you guys watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. I really hope you did, and you'll hear from me really soon. Later, guys.